Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today and tomorrow. He's back on Monday. You played some golf yesterday.
Yeah, up in Plainview.
Plainview. He had some clubs from our friend Magic he's using, and I gave him a golf bag, and he said that things were pretty good yesterday in the golf tournament.
I think Magic gifted him the clubs.
He did. Yeah, Magic gifted him. Brought him when we were at Cedars that day out in late May. Magic brought those clubs by, said, find somebody who can use these, and Bill said, I need the clubs. So Bill's using the clubs.
That's pretty nice.
And he says they were hitting pretty well today.
They were hitting
for
pretty
his
well.
standards. For his standards.
I don't think he plays any golf.
He doesn't. Not at all.
I wonder what that looks like. Like a guy who doesn't play golf.
Well, you don't play golf, but I have to tell you, your swing looked pretty good at Jim Agger that year.
I mean, I've played golf.
Oh, you have?
Just don't.
Oh, I think Bill has played golf also. He has played. He's, come on. He's been in different functions you have to play golf at.
I can't hit a driver.
You didn't hit a driver, Jim Agger. You don't iron, so I can't tell you if you hit a driver.
I can't hit a driver.
But even at Double Eagle Golf, the simulator on West O Street, you hit your iron off the tee there. A 5-iron that went like 120 yards.
Well, I just took an easy swing.
You didn't go after it at all. You just took a little small hack.
Yeah, it's just a warm-up hack. All right, Bella's here.
Bella's here. Yeah,
morning,
Bill's
Bella.
gone, but Bella's here. Hey, Hour 1 is sponsored by our friends at Gaina Trucking. Check out their current job openings at gain.com. You can always call or text this show at 402-464-5685. Watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. And again, Mike Schaefer will be in for the entire 7 o'clock hour.
That's good
today.
There's plenty to talk about. Strangely,
there is a big Media Days Day 1 yesterday. We'll get to that at 7 o'clock.
How about it started?
It started. It's underway.
It's all starting.
It is underway.
It still feels a little slow here. Nebraska doesn't report until July 30th. Big 10 Media Days is July 26th and 27th.
And we will be there on the field at Lucas Oil Stadium.
So I don't know why that still ramps up my blood pressure.
It's fun. Come on, it's actually I was not in Indy until last year. That's my first time in Indy.
That was last year. It seems like it was 10 years ago.
And that was the day, a second morning, Bella, out there, epic rainstorm.
You should have seen it.
I had to pick up Sip, and it was at 6 a.m. At that time, because the show is at 7 a.m. because it's Eastern time in Indy. But about 6:15, I pick you up, and it is just downpouring rain. It is a thunderstorm of all thunderstorms. It never let up at all.
Oh, it did.
We had to run into the stadium.
Yeah, I think I felt really guilty because I had an umbrella. I felt guilty because Jake didn't have an umbrella.
Well, how did you get to day 1? Did you walk to the stadium? Oh, you were late. That's right. You guys had the late flight that was the flight from hell. Yeah. So you weren't for the 7 o'clock hour.
Right.
Or the 8 o'clock hour that time.
Right.
But day 2, I picked you up.
Yeah, that's right. And you brought me coffee. That was nice of you.
I did. Well, that was
we're
before
heading
the
to
rain.
Indy. We're heading to Indy. Not much. Not much.
No, it's fine.
I play some idle chit chat. There's one thing I was wondering about.
Hang on. Let's get to it. Idle chit chat right now.
Their sports takes are great,
Generally speaking.
but the random conversations are even better.
I don't know if you want to talk about that on the radio.
Hey, he just did.
You just did. I mean, we're not just talking amongst ourselves.
It's time for Idle Chit Chat on Early Break, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
All right, Sip, what do you have for idle chit chat to start us off here?
I was just wondering yesterday when I was driving by. There's a car that's always parked out by it's 48th and Vine-ish, by in that Fazoli's area. And they always have cars that are for sale. Okay, stay with me.
I'm here.
In this country, we're sort of headed towards like a banana republic. I'm not going to get into the politics of what's going on, but how far are we from seeing cars just parked on the side that say for rent? Why we've seen for sale in our lifetime, but I want to drive by one that says for rent.
So basically, you're leasing a car
where you can just go up to the dude's house and say, "Okay, I'll take it for the day. My truck's not working. What do you need for it? $60."
So you're saying, don't go to Hertz or Avis. Just go to someone's house and rent.
There's all kinds of problems associated with it: insurance issues, trust issues.
But let's just stop and end there. We start and stop at insurance. That's the main problem here.
Well, there's a lot of problems, but in a banana republic, you can sort of kind of waive those issues, right? Where you just have a handshake agreement that you'll bring it back.
This sounds terrible.
No, it doesn't. For rent, guy makes a quick 100. You got a car for the day.
Would you do an hourly rental? Is it a daily rental?
I don't know. However you want to do it.
You're going to have a million cars that don't get returned. They just get stolen.
Well, you have to. That's where
there's no way insurance.
You have to vet the person pretty quick.
There's no way. Listen, I like the thought. I like the, you're using a business.
How are we from doing? No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm using a very the dark side of my brain that we're heading towards weirdness for rent.
Well, okay. Let's. There is a company that exists like that. I should.
What do you mean?
That is vetted. The company is called Turo, Turo.
Yeah.
And I forgot about Turo.
What is it?
But let's say I went to Hawaii. I didn't use this, but I could either go rent a car from the airport and budget Avis, Hertz, or I could see if there's somebody that has Turo out there that is renting their car for the day.
Oh, so it exists
now. But that's so
to a certain
but
extent.
in this certain one with Turo, there's an actual website. These people are vetted hardcore. Like the car, the people you're getting it from. And I used Turo one time. I forgot in Miami years ago. I used it, so it was a okay, kind of weird experience. Okay, but I've used it. But that's something where that's through a website. In your idea, you're just going to a person's house, no website.
Well, and here's the way it would work in my world. That you just have a car. Say you want to do it. You just want to rent it. Just keep your car on the side of the road by your house or in a lot close to your house. You would just say, "I'm not that car. I never drive it. It drives though. It's fine. It's insured. It's worth about $1,000. It'll help somebody for a day if they need it. So if they want to take off and if they want to be that person, if they take off, it's not going to kill me."
See, the thing
I really don't need it.
The thing with Turo is that I believe that company investigates that car before it's even ever put on the website for rental. In this situation, you're saying, "Hey,
just have
this car. It runs. I don't use it, but it runs. That
just keep it for the day. You get it, but I need 100.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I don't know why. It doesn't have to.
I mean, again, Turo is like that to a certain extent, but those are cars that are commonly in function.
It doesn't have to be a disaster. I mean, there's good people. They'll just say, "Yeah, well, my car's shut. My car's broke down," or they don't have a car. I mean, people now. There's more and more people that just aren't getting cars. But they might need it for the day. They might have something where they need to rip to Omaha real fast. All right, well, give me 100. You can take this.
Well, maybe you should look into this for a side business, possibly.
For rent, not for sale. I just want to see a couple on the side of the road that you see for sale all the time. I want to see a for rent.
That seems like a lot of hassle.
It seems like something you see in Haiti.
Yeah, I'd say something like that. Not really something you'd see here.
Right. But we're
I do appreciate your thought there. Yeah.
It's a little strange.
It's strange, but
it just occurred to me yesterday.
It's not the worst idea you've ever had. I can't tell you what that was.
Try to think outside the box sometimes. I just was driving by it, and it's a nice little car sitting there. You could see it today if you want. It's probably still sitting there. And, it was a for sale. I was just thinking, man, what if you just wanted to rent it for a day?
I don't hate it. I just think there's a lot of work that goes behind that.
A lot of problems.
That would be a little more difficult than you maybe think right now. My head always goes to the worst case scenario.
It did.
Yeah.
It really did.
You're going to have a lot of cars that never get returned.
Don't
and
say
frankly
that.
Stolen.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen.
And unless you have some sort of deposit situation, you have a credit card on file that you can run. Like, you can't just take cash for this one, because You take cash, that car ain't coming back. It is not coming back.
Inherent in the situation is the potential for problems.
Jake and Hickman says on the text line, I'm not sure your insurance company would be thrilled with this one.
Nobody would be. Again, you guys are all talking in the context of a stable U.S. I'm talking in the context of, it's getting a little crazy out there.
Yes.
I told you the story of the family in San Francisco yesterday. I don't know that I'll go on the air with that.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
It was, well, if you want to, you can.
No,
We've talked
it's
about
too disturbing.
It's a disturbing story.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
It's a personal story for you.
My family's in San Francisco, and it's
not going well.
Turned like you might think in San Francisco.
And you did warn them to not go to San Francisco.
Yeah, I said, don't go. I said, just steer clear of it. And
they went anyways.
Yeah, we're not going to. Let's not do that.
Things happen.
Think of it. Have you seen any good movies lately?
Not really. No.
Have you seen? Come on. Well, what did you do yesterday? You didn't have.
I played golf yesterday.
Yeah,
I played golf with a couple high executives in Lincoln. Talking some business with them. It was fun. We played it at Lincoln Country Club. It was good. Tom Stevens was there. A good friend, Tom. He invited me, and the other two guys were there also from.
Where'd you play?
Lincoln Country Club.
Lincoln Country
Club.
Couldn't spray it around.
I didn't spray. Actually, you'd be surprised. I've been having some problems.
It's tight there, right?
I've tightened up the swing a little bit. Played pretty well. Broke 80 for the first time in a long time at LCC.
You didn't hit it out there on what street?
No, I only had one out of bounds, but it was actually on hole 9. I duck hooked it on the driving range. But I had on 7th Street, hole 3, right down the middle. Perfect shot.
Really?
Yep.
Nice job. I wish I would have.
I have hit the road before there, though.
See, I wonder how many cars have gone.
Oh, actually, I almost hit a car. Hole 4, bladed one through the parking lot, and I almost nailed like a Suburban, basically.
Bladed it?
Oh, yeah. I was in the rough, and I too thin, and I said, "That's going right at a car. Please, God, don't hit it," and it didn't hit it.
Nothing.
But it went across the parking lot to a different hole. I was able to hit the shot and made a bogey still. So
that's horrifying.
Yeah, I will. Listen, my heart skipped 7 beats at that moment. I said, please do not. It was going right at a very, very, very expensive car.
Because if that happens, you end the round.
I'd say I got to go.
Yeah,
I need to leave. I need to be somewhere right now.
Or no, do you have to go deal with it? Go find the person who has the.
Well, I'm not gonna interrupt. They're playing golf. That was our 3rd hole. I'm not gonna ruin their day and say, hey, I know you're 30 holes in, but we need to talk.
In that case, don't you have to go to the clubhouse and tell them, look, I just shanked one.
Well, that's on you.
And it went through the windshield.
I think that's still on you to fix that.
Yeah, at
that point. But
nothing like that happened.
No, I missed it.
Any more comments about my idea? Is it getting ripped?
Someone says sounds like a great way to obtain a getaway car. Yeah, you're going to be.
Everybody's mind goes straight to the gutter.
Yes,
it just could be. It could be helpful to a single mom who's a little short on money and her car's broke down. There's a lot of people. It could be. It could just be helpful to them. They might bring it back.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on.
So once in a while, yes.
I would bring it back.
You would bring it. It'd come back several times, but there's many times it wouldn't come back. Do you want that? Do you want it where it sometimes comes back?
I just think
you keep reloading cars out there to rent.
It's just this one. It's just one that I don't need.
Well, if it doesn't come back, I guess your operation's over then.
Yeah.
That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today at 402-440-6297 for a free quote for a lawn fertilizer program. Okay, there's a couple things in this life that Sip loves a lot. Number one, lists. You love lists. Any sort of sporting lists about rankings of coaches or teams or players, you love that. You also love conversation about the hot seat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, lucky for you, Sip, here in the middle of July, CBS Sports yesterday put out their hot list rankings for 2023 in college football. And although there is one person in the Big Ten that's on the hottest of hot seats, which is a 5 ranking.
That's a 5.
That's a 5.
So what's 5?
Number
5 means. Let's go through them. 5 means win or be fired. Okay. 5 means win or be fired. There's 3 guys with that.
There are 3 guys with that label. And the 3 are Tom Allen at Indiana, who had a couple rough years. We had the great 9-win season a couple years ago, but it's gone downhill since then. Michael Penix left. He's at Washington Washington killing out there.
Yeah.
West Virginia's Neil Brown, who we went through this past week, is they are the 14th ranked team in the Big 12 in terms of the preseason poll, which is dead last, and there's 4 new teams in that conference. Oh, by the way,
Neil Brown, winner be fired, and then who's the third?
A guy that no one really knows, which is Danny Gonzalez at New Mexico.
Winner be fired.
So that's
okay. 4 is start improving now. This is the CBS Sports annual hot seat
that's
list.
right.
3 and 4 to me are the same. Correct me if I'm wrong. 3 is pressure is mounting. 4 is start improving now. Isn't that basically the same?
Pretty much.
Yeah, 3 and 4 are pretty much the same. 2 is all good for now. 1 is safe and secure, and 0 is untouchable.
So, but here's the weird thing is that, so they took Pat Fitzgerald off because he was on the number 4. He was start improving now.
Mhm.
And there was 5, now there's 4, whereas at 3 where pressure is mounting, there's 16. So they noticed some sort of difference there.
If I were a coach, I would pay, well, if I were a coach, I would pay attention to this. If I were anybody, I'd pay attention to this. Dennis Dodd writes this stuff. He wrote that over the last 5 years, 30 of the 43 coaches rated 4 or worse in the preseason eventually lost their jobs. That's 70%. That includes 7 of 8 last season. So he was right on 7 of 8 last season. The only one that managed to get through was Dino Babers of Syracuse. He was the lone coach to survive following a 7-6 season. So this is, I mean, it's accurate in terms of predicting the future.
It is pretty good.
Really good. 7 of 8 last year.
Coaches who are on that 4 line,
who are the 4
who you mentioned are start improving now. There's 4 coaches there. You have Dino Babers, you just mentioned at Syracuse, is at the 4 level. Your boy, Jimbo Fisher.
Dino's kind of my boy too. I told you.
Yeah, yes, he was chain smoking out there.
Yeah. I met him at the coaches convention in New Orleans, and he was I think he had just lost an assistant coaching job at the time, and we would strike up conversations, and pretty soon he'd be like, "Come on, Sipple, let's go outside." And I'd be like, "What's going on?" And he just wanted to smoke. He was
Come on, let's go
he was
chat.
a chain smoker. I didn't smoke, but I would go out and humor him. All right. Who else?
So Dino Babers, your friend from Syracuse,
Yeah.
also the guy you'd never met before, but you love, Jimbo Fisher.
I feel like I've met him.
Texas A&M is a number. Let's pause there. He's a 4. He's a pressure or start improving now after 5 and 7 last year.
Start improving now, Jimbo.
Yeah. Does that hurt you a little bit?
It does. He's got a 4.
Does that cause you a little pain?
A little. He's. You know what his buyout is?
It's a lot of money.
It's $70 million. Okay. Pain. It's all relative.
If he gets fired, he's like, well, that sucks.
They owe him $70 million.
I guess there's worse things in this life than this. So just go on the yacht real quick and cry.
How about that? You owe
have a
$70
couple
million.
beers on the yacht and
4. Who else has got a 4?
2 other guys in the 4 would be Butch Jones, the champion of life from Tennessee, now in Arkansas State, and Mike Bloomgren, who's the head coach at Rice.
This list is informative, and there's names on here. I didn't know that they were the coach there.
Mike Bloomgren at Rice. That's one.
That's a good for instance.
How about Butch Jones, Arkansas State? I kind of forgot he was the coach there too.
100%. What if I asked you who the coach of Hawaii is?
I think that's Timmy Chang.
All right, you passed that. I'm gonna give you some more.
Bella, she's thank you. I saw that those impressed eyes over there. I saw that.
It was impressive, Bella. Who is the coach at Louisiana Tech? There's no way you could get this.
It was Skip Holtz at one point.
If you get this, this is amazing. This is why this list to me, partly why I love lists. It's informative in this way.
It was once Derek Dooley back in the day.
So you don't
I don't have it. Who is it?
Sonny Cumbie.
I should have had that one.
No, that's a tough one. Memphis has been a good program, right? Memphis has risen up.
They had they had a couple guys. Mike Norvell came from Memphis.
Who's their current coach? If you get this, I'll rent you a car for free.
In your rental service? Great. I don't want your stupid car.
Yes.
I don't know.
Ryan Silverfield.
Yeah, I would have got that one.
He's got He's got a 3 by his name too. Ryan Silverfield has been at Memphis for 3 years. He's 21 and 26.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that program has been winning at a high level with before the two coaches prior to him.
This is what I mean, though. This sort of list is good because you learn who some coaches are at places that you don't know. I'll give you another example. Well, you should know this. Now get this one, please. Ohio. Jake. Ohio.
Tim Albin.
Got it. Nailed it.
I didn't think for a second.
Albin's 13 and 13. He's a former Nebraska assistant.
What's
coach.
his level on here?
2.
He's a 2.
Yeah, he's 13 and 13. I'm gonna give you a couple more because this is fun. One's the.
This is good. We're about to football. It is football season. We're getting very close.
SMU, prominent school.
Yep.
I mean, SMU. They're talking about going into the Pac-12. I mean, there's some people will tell you that SMU is a target. In fact, I was reading last night that some people are saying that the two main targets are San Diego State and SMU. That'd be great. That's a good replacement. Those are good replacements for USC and UCLA.
Really rings the bell there, doesn't it?
All right.
I don't have SMU's coach.
He's 7 and 6 after 1 year. His name is Rhett Lashley.
I think I've heard of him before.
This is good, though. This is good. You need to know these.
Well, I got to get refreshed. It is college football season right around the corner. We're in media day. We got to know these head coaches.
I'll give you. We're just going to play this game a little bit more. Okay.
No, we're playing Shut Up Jake right now.
Yeah, we're playing. Yeah, we are.
I don't get trivia up. It's usually me give trivia.
This is one that you could know because he's been at a Power 5. This is another school that I guess I'm a little shocked as being linked to the Pac-12, UNLV, who's their head coach. He's been in a Power 5. Okay.
Well, recently,
he's been in a Power 5 that Nebraska used to play a lot. I only go that far.
So was a Big 12 coach back in the day?
Maybe. A Big 12 team that moved to another conference.
Okay. Well, it's not Gary Pinkel.
Barry Odom.
Oh, yeah. Barry Odom's at UNLV?
Barry Odom's at UNLV.
Is this his first year there or not? Has he been there for a couple of years?
Yeah, no, this will be his first year.
All right.
How about that? So there you go. But these guys that are on the hot seat, this has been accurate. So I'd watch it if I were Dino Batters.
You know what's amazing?
And Jimbo and Danny Gonzalez and who else?
Neil Brown.
So
they show the rankings where they were at the previous year, and Tom Allen was a 2 last year. He went from a 2 to a 5. Tom Allen went from a 2 to a 5. I mean, they were really bad last year. They're probably going to be bad again this year. I get that.
He's
very
30,
hard place to win.
He's 30 and 40. It is. I guess it's a hard place to win, but they're getting the same money that everybody else is getting. Does it have to be that hard? They just need a new coach, Jay.
They do. He's like, he was kind of a fill-in from when Kevin Wilson got let go, and he took over and did a great job. But he's not the guy anymore. Chris Kleiman went from a 2 to a 0 after his championship for Kansas State.
So they regard the CBS Sports. Dennis Dodd regards Kleiman as untouchable. At 30 and 20, I think is his record.
He is 30 and 20. Yep, 30 and 20.
Untouchable.
He just won the conference championship. They're seen as a potential winner.
Bella just made a strange face, and she's right. Why is he untouchable at 30 and 20? Kleiman is
because he's ascending. He is ascending. He last year won the conference title.
Kleiman seems like almost like a media darling, although he doesn't play the media game. The media seem really.
Do you remember last October, November, December, or I guess November, when we had conversations about who's the next coach going to be? What did I say? I said Kleiman, Chris Kleiman. Kleiman's a great coach. He's a Big 10 coach that's in the Big 12. He really is. He is a Big 10 coach.
I don't mind that take.
That's in the Big 12, and he's still winning in that conference. Belongs in this conference.
Yeah, 5 offensive linemen returning.
Yes, and they're going to be good.
Yeah,
they'll be a very good team.
Yeah, they will be. They'll once again imagine they will challenge for the Big 12 title. I don't know. I mean, beyond Texas. I mean, I'd almost go Texas, Kansas State in the Big 12. Am I wrong?
That's what everyone says. That's what Phil Steele says. That's what the media poll says. That's pretty much what it is. Texas, Kansas State.
It's not my area of expertise, although we just went through all the teams in the last few days. That's what it looks like to me.
How about this leap? You talk about a couple leaps here. Mel Tucker went from a 0 untouchable last year to a 3.
Yeah.
3. He's a 3.
3 to review. I had to do this a bunch of times last night. Pressure is mounting is 3.
He was at a 0 last year. He skipped 2 phases. We skipped 2. Went to pressure's mounting, buddy.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that year from you, Mel.
Right. Yeah. Saban, they put a 0 by him. Untouchable. I don't know if Saban, if Alabama threw a 4-loss season, I guess he's not going to get fired, right? Is that then the next year it would go to like 2 probably, but he's not going to get fired.
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, he's untouchable. Kirby's untouchable. And I don't know. I have to scan it again. Is there anybody else who's untouchable? I'm scanning.
Yes. There are. There's
well,
a couple
Deion's untouchable.
He's a 0. Casey Keeler, Sam Houston's untouchable. Apparently,
unclear who that is.
He's head coach of Sam Houston State.
Yeah. Jamie Chadwell.
Jim Harbaugh is untouchable. Went from a 1 to a 0.
Jim Harbaugh, untouchable.
Brian Kelly, untouchable, 0. Jeff Brom at Louisville now, 0. Matt Rule is a new coach. He's a 1 though. He's not untouchable. He's at a 1.
I wonder how they decide that. Why does he get a 1 and Prime get a 0? Why is Rule safe and secure with a 1, but Prime is untouchable with a 0? It's just something to think about.
Kirby Smart is a 0, understandably so.
Should be, yeah.
Dabo Swinney, understandably a 0 at Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie Chadwell at Liberty is also a 0. New coach from Coastal Carolina.
Sonny Dykes.
That's understandable. He was a runner-up last year.
Sonny Dykes took a 65-7 whooping.
But you know what? He was there. Lincoln Riley, 0 at the USC.
Whittingham, 0.
Yep. Makes sense.
There are some
Kalen DeBoer has a 0 at Washington. A lot of those make sense.
Yeah.
But Matt Rule starts off at a 1. And Ryan Wolf, the new coach at Purdue, starts at a 2.
Interesting.
He starts his first job at a 2.
Interesting. He starts off with the all good for now. Wonder what? Okay, that's the kind of thing I'd like to ask Dennis. Is why does he get a 2?
Well, I think it's here's the deal with that is you're replacing a coach that was very popular, Jeff Brom, that just won the division on his way out last year.
Yep. And
you're a first-time head coach. You were a coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously they wanted to give him some time, but you can't give you all. It's not a rebuild. Purdue is set to win. They won 9 games last year.
No, hold on. He lost a lot.
I understand that, but if you're Purdue, you're thinking we're not going to go back to 4-8.
No, they're pretty good. I looked at them yesterday, or a couple days ago. They're pretty good. Remember, they have Maccabee back. They brought in Hudson Card to play quarterback, and he'll fit perfectly in that offense. Hudson Card came from Texas. Remember Maccabee?
Yes.
Devin Maccabee.
Runs hard.
He almost, and by the way, this is the sort of stat that startles me. I'll do this. I'll do it this way. When's the last time Purdue's had a 1,000-yard rusher? I better double check this. While you're doing.
Well, it's been a passing school for a very long time.
When's the last time Big Ten member Purdue has had a 1,000-yard rusher?
Let's go to like 1996.
Oh God, that's been that long. 2008.
I thought it sounded like you're making an extreme.
Well, it is pretty extreme. It is pretty extreme, and that's right.
2008.
Yeah, Jake, that's 15 years
It's
without a
long
1,000-yard rusher.
It's a passing school. They pass.
That's incredible, though. Maccabee came up just short last year, 968 yards. Now, okay, so they got Hudson Card. They have 6 guys back on offense, 4 on defense, and their punter. They lost Aiden O'Connell, obviously. But their problem was cornerback. If you think about last year, right? Think about what Palmer did to him.
Yeah, he's still catching passes.
And
deep.
Palmer took that
200 plus yards receiving that game.
He caught a touchdown pass in that game, beat the corner bad, and he said something to him. And Sean asked him, "What'd you say?" And he just said, "I just said you suck." He turns to the guy and said, "You suck." But they have some stuff, and they're really good at outside linebacker. They should be fine. I'm not
That's
saying
what
they're
I'm
going
saying
to.
is that you don't just get even though it's your first year, it's not just a drop off. They won the division last year. If he's taking over a 4-8 team, all right, he's paid a 1 or a 0. But because they have expectations of winning the division, maybe they're not going to.
Yeah. And off topic, but by the way, I'm all in on Iowa winning in the West. I looked at it
when Iowa's favored to win it, things don't go well for them. So keep saying that. Things implode.
I think they should be the favorite.
Things implode when they're supposed to do well.
They had the second ranked defense in the country last year. Remember that?
They were down 24-0 to Nebraska.
Yeah, that was strange.
In Iowa City.
They had the second ranked defense in the country. I think that defense could be better this year. Now they lost Campbell. But
Jack Campbell's gone, and Van Ness, the pass rusher, is gone also.
Yeah, they're loaded up front, though. And they're loaded in the back. They're loaded up front. They're loaded in the
Cooper
secondary.
DeJean is back from injury.
Yes.
He didn't play the Nebraska game, right? Or did he play?
No, he got hurt early in the game.
Okay,
and went
that's
out.
right. Got hurt.
Hurt early in the game and went out. Torrey Taylor's back. You recognize that name? The punter
that pins everyone at the 2-yard line every time.
Of course, they added Cade McNamara at quarterback. They added Eric All at tight end, and they have Luke Lachey back at tight end. I'm just going to put out there. Is there a team with 2 better tight ends than Iowa in the country?
Probably not. They usually are pretty good.
Lachey, remember when Sam
Laporta was very good.
When he went down, when he was injured, they were going to Lachey. And you were like, wait a second, who's this guy?
Where's he been?
Yeah. He's another one. He's another one at Iowa. And they brought in Eric All. Now, there might be a tight end combo out there that's better than that, but there's probably not many.
Brock Bowers and somebody at Georgia, I'm sure,
are
probably up there.
Yeah, I suppose.
Probably that one.
Yeah.
I don't know all the double tight end teams.
Take Iowa to win the West.
All right. That's a curse there. They're going to lose the West now.
Ferentz, I think, has a 2 by his name, by the way.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
When we come back, Quinn Ewers is doing something positive with NIL.
You want to talk some NIL?
I'm going to give
you. Show's going to take a turn.
I'm going to give you a quick pause. This is something that will please Sip. We'll tell you about what Quinn Ewers is doing with NIL next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate and severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 1K match, and employment from other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V
is thrilled to announce our newest location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, 8 Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THC.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Want to sell your business? You need someone to confidentially find the right buyer. Whether you're planning a future exit strategy or you need to sell now, we're here to help. Transworld Business Advisors of Lincoln. Call 402-413-1095.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-034. Start your electrical career today.
I'm not on drugs. I'm drunk.
It's Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah, I read your sheet.
You know, this show has had some very uncomfortable moments over the past couple of years, really over the past month for one of them, past few weeks.
Bella wasn't here for that.
Bella was not here.
Bella, count yourself fortunate.
She missed an uncomfortable moment on a segment on the show.
Fight.
Bill threatened to fight you.
Yeah.
Or you? Which one? Who's going to fight who?
Oh, I don't know that there was that threat. He called me a clown.
He did call you. He did call you a clown. That
there was an adjective in front of it.
Yeah, there's some profanity
Yes.
off the airwaves, but a clown was mentioned to you.
Yes.
Now, this, again, you since then have admitted that you might have been wrong.
Okay, here's what happened, Bella and listeners. We're talking about NIL, and Jake and Bill maintain that student athletes aren't getting these marketing deals like we thought they would.
Or they are. They're not using the NIL, though. They're not doing their part to market the product.
Yeah, and they're not really they're not very pervasive.
Right.
I was on another show with an expert on NIL, Sean Callahan, and I said, are student athletes, are they getting these marketing deals like we thought they would? And he goes, no, not even close. And I was like, oh, that's wonderful. I should have apologized.
Take an L one.
Yeah, I should have apologized. I didn't. Where I was coming from was I just didn't know. And you guys were
you were fighting on us, but you didn't know. You assumed this was happening. We paid somewhat close attention. I haven't seen it.
That's what you guys' stance was. And you were right. But, and I was wrong.
We said, have you seen it? If you haven't seen it, that's probably telling that it's not out there.
Well,
it's not in your face anywhere.
Right.
Like Jeff Sims with Acres a couple days ago. That's significant. That's something.
Right, he did.
We'll see if they put them in marketing and billboard, TV ads. We'll see.
Is that what it is? Acres? It's AKRS Equipment. Is that Acres Equipment?
That's Acres. That's a proud sponsor of 93.7 The Ticket. Acres.
Okay, so Sims, he signed a deal with Acres.
He did.
An NIL deal, which is a John Deere dealer.
That's correct.
New and used farm and agricultural and construction equipment.
That's Acres.
Okay.
That's Acres.
I call it AKR.
Well,
Acres equipment.
If you want to say it correctly, they pronounce it
equipment.
Acres.
Acres equipment. Got it.
So this might make you happy for someone that was, you got attacked.
I got attacked.
But then
I was rightly attacked.
This would be something where if you want to see some result of NIL or a positive thing, here's a story out of Texas that you might like. You heard the name Quinn Ewers, right?
He's a QB.
How could you not know the name Quinn Ewers?
He got a QB.
He had $1 million to go to Ohio State out of high school, and he's now at Texas, making probably $1 million or so there. Quinn Ewers, the starting quarterback at Texas. This is from the Dallas Morning News. Continues to add to his NIL resume. The latest example, an evening with Quinn Ewers, a pay-for-admission meet and greet at an indoor golf center in Cedar Park, Texas on July 22nd. That's next Saturday. Okay? Tickets for the NIL event at Golfinity, the thing, they start at $244 for adults.
Okay.
$35 for kids before taxes and fees. A VIP ticket that gets 4 people in there is $2,000 before fees. In addition to food and drinks, attendees will have a chance to take a photo with the Longhorns quarterback and receive a signed Ewers jersey. He did say, Sip, that the proceeds, or at least some proceeds, will go to the Merging Vets and Players Foundation. So this is, I guess that's somewhat of a positive thing with NIL. I mean, he's charging for tickets to come meet him and giving a signed jersey to everybody. Not sure how many proceeds are going to this foundation, but there's proceeds are going to go there. This seems like a nice use of NIL. Now he's getting bashed for charging too much for this, as you can, people have to bash on something.
$2,312 for a VIP.
That's
group.
4 people though, and you get special access. I
That's
guess
a
whatever
lot.
that means. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
He can still say that proceeds go to a foundation though.
What was Texas's record last year?
8-5.
That was his first year.
Yes,
he was hurt some of it.
He was.
He's never done anything in college.
He's a Heisman Trophy purse to bat.
Yes, he is. Based on nothing though. Now listen,
Texas has big excitement for the first time in a while.
Oh, they're picked to win the Big 12.
Exactly.
No, this is good. It's now what's interesting to me is that he can command this level of NIL. All I'm saying, Jake, is he can command this level this is not Earl Campbell at Texas, right?
No, right. Or even Bijan Robinson last year.
Right, or Ricky
Top
Williams.
10.
This is a guy who hasn't really done much, and he still can command this. It's interesting to me. He's just a kid. There's grown-ups paying $2,000 to go see this kid. It's all good. It's the world. It's a little weird.
Just imagine.
I wouldn't do it.
Imagine something like this. Imagine if NIL was a thing with Ndamukong Suh and how big he was. Okay.
Yeah. Now he would have
commanded some big money.
Not as a freshman or a sophomore. He hadn't done anything
before senior year.
Before senior year,
he could have gotten a lot of money. He would have got a lot of money, and a lot of people showed up.
100%. 100. Yeah, Sue would have commanded a lot. There's guys like Amir Abdullah that would have commanded a lot of money.
Yes.
I mean, so yeah.
Rex Burkhead would have gotten
a lot. Yeah. So no, I'm not. Listen, I like what Ewers is doing here. He's hooked up with Jay Glazer.
Yeah, I was going to say if this was something where he didn't have a fundraiser or some sort of proceeds going elsewhere, I could see him getting bashed more for this.
He's not going to get bashed for this.
No, but because
Nor should he.
Because he's got proceeds going to a foundation. He didn't say how many or what percentage, but there are proceeds going to this foundation. You can't really fully bash him for this price.
No, I'm not. I'm not bashing. Now, hear me here. I'm not bashing Quinn Ewers at all. This is beautiful. It's just interesting that he can command this, having not done anything. It's more a commentary on, I don't know, the world, I guess.
How about this take from a Kansas listener? Says, this is Ewers taking control of the room with Manning behind him. Arch Manning.
I suppose.
Hey, Arch, you get the name, but watch this.
I don't think Manning was very, very impressive in the spring.
No, he was not. He was actually very bad.
Right. I don't think Ewers is too worried about Manning.
He shouldn't be.
No.
But Manning is a big name.
Yeah.
True freshman.
Yeah. Jeff Sims. Yes, he's shown in this
What's the
photo.
company called?
Acres.
Acres. Thank you.
Yeah,
Acres Equipment.
He's shown in this photo that put out by Acres, standing next to a John Deere tractor. His NI deal was facilitated by something called GSE Worldwide. This is all according to On3, my employer. The NIL deal was his NIL deal facilitated by GSE Worldwide. So he has a partnership with Acres. Interesting.
By the way, you mentioned Jay Glazer for the thing with Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
So the foundation is the merging vets and players. It's formed by Jay Glazer and former U.S. Army Green Beret / Texas and NFL long snapper Nate Boyer.
Right. It's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
It's a good deal. It's good to be the quarterback at Texas.
It is. You can make a lot of money, a lot of attention there.
He showed. I mean, I think you watched the Alabama game. I watched the Alabama game. I didn't watch. Did I watch Texas after that with Ewers? I don't think so. But he looked good. He looked good before he got hurt against Alabama. He was lighting it.
He looked really good against Kansas State. They beat Kansas State. Okay. That was one of K-State's losses.
Okay.
Like he looked really good in that game.
Okay. Well, then he fell off. I mean, he had trouble with downfield throws of 15 yards or longer. And he only completed 37. I mean, I'm whipping these stats off the top of my head, but I was reading about it in the last few days. Only completed, I think, 37.9% of his passes of 15 yards or longer.
Oof, it's not great.
So
what's the average on that?
He was 80th in the FBS.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Hey, look at this.
Whipping stats off the top of my head. Yeah, he was down the line. He's got to get better, but you could see promise. Now, you could also see he wasn't in the greatest shape. Now he's committed to a better diet. You just see the arm. He's just got that. He's got a golden arm. And he's not, you know what he's got too? He's got receivers. Xavier Worthy, others. So Texas is loaded up.
Well, they have all returning starters besides Bijan Robinson. Again, returning on that offense.
That'll work.
That'll help. That's why you're seen as a favorite to win.
Are you ready for Texas to reemerge as a power?
Or will they disappoint like usual on the expectations behind them?
Nebraska fans okay with Texas reemerging as a power?
I think that Nebraska fans will be fine as long as you are winning also.
Do we still loathe Texas here?
Yes, absolutely. You will always loathe Texas. That doesn't go away. It does not go away. When we come back, Rick Heyman's Song of the Day on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and the TicketFM.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour year-round. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Want to sell your business? You need someone to confidentially find the right buyer. Whether you're planning a future exit strategy or you need to sell now, we're here. Transworld Business Advisors of Lincoln. Call 402-413-1095.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club, stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Barn Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco basket. Grab the crew and head on over Monday night or any night. Upside Barn Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shop easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free quote the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy, improve the appearance of your home, keep kids and pets in or out of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red.
Move over, Jake. I moved. Jeez. Thursdays are reserved for a man with a wider range of music knowledge than Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era. You would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now. You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
A man who knows a song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Heyman's Song of the Day, sponsored by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, on Early Break on 93.
Once again, your song of the day, Give Me 3 Steps by Leonard Skinner, 464-5685. One is bad and is good. Texture rating on Rick Heyman, Sartor and Jewelers Song of the Day.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that song always makes me chuckle. Just the concept of just please give me 3 steps toward the door. So I don't want any trouble here. Just give me 3 steps. That's one of the it's one of the best rock and roll songs of all time. Okay. Now Skinner has a ton of them. I'm looking at them right now. And that's not my favorite.
Tuesday's Gone. Very good.
That smells really good. That song, that smell was ridiculous. What Rick will tell you, and I didn't know this until I saw a documentary on them, they are ridiculous musicians. I mean, in that band, Rick will tell you, like crazy talented musicians. And you can when you start really listening to them, it comes through. That song it does. It's a funny song. It's not like Tuesday's Gone, which is a serious song. That Smell, which is a serious song. That's a funny song, but still, it's incredibly well done. I'm giving that Skinnerd. I told you late in life, I'm picking up Skinnerd more.
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
good idea by you.
Thank you. I'm going to go 9.776. It's an incredible. I would say that's an incredible song.
I got to go 9.5. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that song. If that song's on the radio, you never ever turn the dial. You crank it up.
Yeah.
You never change the channel.
And it always sounds good, and it's a song that's kind of funny. Like if you think about it, it's sort of funny.
I don't do lyrics. It sounds good.
Just listen to it sometime. It's sort of funny.
Well, we are joined now by Rick Heyman of Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Good morning, Rick. Great song choice today.
Hey, top of the morning to you. The two-legged stool today, eh?
That's right.
Yeah.
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 Rick, how are you?
I'm great. Sip, yes, they were excellent musicians. Well, part of that's because they played together for 9 years before they ever made it big. I mean, this is 50 years old. They were together since 64.
Mm-hmm.
So this was their first album, and that was in 73. So, I mean, this is what happens when you play together that long, and they were just excellent. And like you said, Jake, you turn that up.
Crank
you don't
it every
turn
time.
It off.
It's funny.
Incidentally, I hit a car one time when I was a member at Yankee Hill. That was coming out of Target on 40th Street there.
Okay.
With the golf ball?
On number 10.
Yep, I know. You sliced it right, didn't you, Rick?
I pushed it dead right, and it smashed into the windshield of a car turning onto 40th.
Ooh.
And they came and found me. And it turns out it was actually a customer of ours. We worked it out. But yeah, they came and found me. I didn't realize I had hit the car. I thought it bounced over, but it must have bounced up and hit the windshield.
Did they get a diamond? Did they get a diamond?
What's that?
Did they get a diamond?
They didn't get a diamond. They got a new windshield.
Just as good, right? I mean,
incidentally, somebody texted in the other day. They gave the song 8675309, and you guys missed that.
It's a pretty common text, Rick. We see it. We see Tommy Two Tone. They're very funny. They're very creative.
I never thought about it.
Okay, so give me 3 steps. Very funny, yes. Great guitar. I saw Skinnerd at Pershing probably a year or two after this.
No kidding. What was that like?
They were louder than hell to begin with. And it wasn't even packed. It was like half full.
Man.
But man, were they good. And I'll never forget, That Smell is my favorite Skinnerd song.
The riff is ridiculous.
Yeah. And
ridiculous.
one of the songs, I can't remember which song it was, where they had this crash cymbal. I think it was Mr. Saturday Night.
That's a good song.
I just remember that crash cymbal on the offbeat, and it was so loud, and it just penetrated your soul. It was incredible.
I like things that.
So they were underrated. Actually, looking back now, I think a lot of people have realized how really good they were. But this song is a true story about Gary Rossington.
Okay.
One of the members was dancing with a girl named Linda Lou at a bar called The Jug when a man, either the girl's boyfriend or husband, came in with a gun and caught them.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Believing her to be cheating, and he turned around and wrote this song, and it was one of those 5-minute songs. Again, the best ones are always the quickest that come to you.
Mm-hmm.
So they were from we're not going to say. Their original name was called My Backyard.
Okay.
They toured forever before they changed their name and got their first record released. So they were super tight, really, really high quality, excellent band. what can you say? So with that in mind, and I thought Coach was going to be here. You're going to get all these, so I might as well just give you a 3-stone diamond ring right now.
Here we go.
Why are you showing this much confidence in me?
A lot of confidence, Rick. It's a lot of confidence.
Because you know this. Okay. Let's see here. Their name was a family friend, a school janitor, or the PE teacher.
PE teacher, give me a diamond.
You get a diamond. Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, it's PE teacher.
It's an awesome name.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner. That is a really good name. There's a guy named Leonard Skinner, I think.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner.
Yeah. Oh, Skinner. Okay.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
Got it.
Okay. Are they from Tallahassee, Mobile, or Jacksonville?
Jacksonville. Give me a diamond.
2 diamonds.
Brilliant.
2 for 2.
My brother just did some work for one of 38 special guy who's I think was either in Leonard Skinner or his brother was. My brother just did some work for him.
Oh, well, yeah, he's from Norfolk.
No, Jacksonville. There's Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're
okay.
in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and by the way, the pride of Lincoln Southeast, Bob Marlette, produced their last album called God and Guns.
Oh, God.
God and Guns.
Yeah, and while they were recording that, key player died. So it was crazy. And
all right, give me another. Let's see if I can get a third diamond here.
Okay. Yes or no, are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Oh, my God. If they're not, they should just shut it down. I'm serious about that, too. Yes, they're in it.
3 diamonds, 2006.
2006, that took a long time to get him in there. It should have been way sooner than that.
Yeah.
2006.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, what's going on right now at Sauter Heyman Jewelers?
Hey, don't forget, breakers get 10% off at Sauter Heyman. Just mention the show, or if you're ordering online, put in the word ticket in the coupon with a capital T. You'll get 10% off. Hey, we're the best of for 30-plus years. I've lost count how many years. And there's a reason for that. We've got the best staff, the best selection, the best quality. If we don't have it, you don't want it. Check us out at SauterHeyman.com, on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll post more interesting facts about the great Leonard Skinner on my personal Facebook at Rick Heyman.
Rick, always great stuff. Thanks for the time. We will chat with you again next week.
Bye-bye.
That's Rick Heyman's Song of the Day from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. That would be Give Me 3 Steps by Leonard Skinner. Before we get to break, I got to read this because this is hilarious. Okay. We just talked about last segment.
What's that?
Acres, right? And you said
AKRS.
Okay. I just received an email from a listener, one of the higher ups at Acres who listens to the show on a daily basis. I read this.
Trouble?
It's a quick email.
That costs
very
us
short.
money. That costs us money.
No, you'll appreciate this. He says, this is from Sean at Acres listening, higher up at Acres. He says, Jake, caught the show on the way in. Sipple torturing the pronunciation of difficult words is a staple of the morning show. I'll admit it's kind of an honor to be part of an elite group of words he struggles with. However, we at Acres appreciate you correcting him. Go Big Red. That's for Sean at Acres.
Good job, Sean.
Yeah.
Good job, Sean.
Yeah, look at that.
I read the story, and in my mind, I was saying AKRS. Acres.
Amazing.
Good job,
you got it. You got it. I'm
Good
proud
job
of you.
by Rick. By the way, Rick.
Great song. Rick.
We don't give Rick enough credit for his tag out. It's one of the best tag outs.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's one of the best tag outs you'll ever
He's
hear.
been consistent for years in that.
Yeah.
Consistent.
We sometimes we do a bad job. We interrupt him a little bit. We got to make sure he gets that tag out. Because it's one of the best ever.
And one more thing before break here. This is from the text line. This is a good take on the lyrics of Give Me 3 Steps and with the Rick story about it. And it's a good memory from somebody about you. Someone says, quote, "Give me 3 steps. What Sip said when Charlie McBride chased him into the elevator." Come on, Charlie, give me 3 steps.
I wasn't scared of him. I just didn't want a scene I just didn't want there to be a scene in front of a lot of people in Memorial Stadium. I just thought I just don't.
You were dodging Charlie McBride.
No, I didn't want to square off with him. It would have been a bad look. I might have lost my job.
He chased you into the elevator.
Yes, he did. Elevator door
I
shut.
wanna- I
Thank
still want
God.
to read what happened there.
Well, we
Give-
can
give me
talk
the-
about
give me
it.
the
Yeah.
columns.
Oh, no, I'll give you I can give you the particulars on the air. If you
Okay,
want me
we will do that after the break. Mike Schaefer will be here for the full 7 o'clock hour. Top of the hour next on Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're living Early Break with Steve Snake Soren and Busch. 93.7 The Ticket and theticket.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no damage from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. More about how you can get lasting results for joint day at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs lottery experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away into the show.
Details at any lottery top prize
Is for breakfast or lunch in July. Try their new bagel breakfast sandwich and try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
V.
We'll guide you through our extended Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney at 27th and Superior. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. Adults get book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Barn Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Barn Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street, family owned and operated, always the best value.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. but delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Never clapped. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today, and tomorrow he's back on Monday. Hour 2, as always, is sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC, located in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming at the start of 2024 to 70th and Pioneers. Midwest Bank, member FDIC, proud sponsor of Hour 2 of Early Break. You want to quickly tell people about Charlie McBride, and then we can move to.
Oh yeah, I
Mark?
forgot about
Okay.
that.
So you
what
told
happened?
the story before, but for new listeners, Sip was chased into an elevator by Charlie McBride. Why was that?
Charlie McBride, the former Nebraska defensive coordinator, right? I mean, I believe this was a Thursday, and it was a game week. This was during the fall. Okay, it was a game week, and it was back when you got to. I mean, this was, I don't know. I wish you had a media guide with you. It was when Jeremy Slechta was playing defensive line. So it must have been late 90s, maybe.
Let me get it for you.
Yeah, check. I'm going to say late 90s. Jeremy Slechta was a big defensive lineman from Papillion who hurt his knee. It was a serious knee injury, but it was back when you could still break those in the newspaper. That's why I think it was before, it was kind of pre-internet. And are you finding it?
Well,
Slechta,
he played with the Eagles for 2 years in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Okay.
So it's late 90s. That matches.
Yeah, I see it in Nebraska. Yep, late 90s.
Late 90s. So the headline in our paper on that Thursday was Slechta, blows out his knee, will be unavailable for the game. It was big news. He was a starter. And Charlie was incensed that I reported it. And it was back when Nebraska still had their locker rooms in the South Stadium. Hi, Michael.
Mike Schaefer's walking in. Yeah.
Just sharing a quick story.
Keep the story going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
About Charlie McBride chasing you into the elevator.
Where it was still, it was pre Mike Schaefer, pre Jake Sorensen. It was in the late 90s. You guys were alive, but
thanks for clearing
that. that. So for people who don't know, Charlie had a temper. And people who don't know me, I have a temper.
You do.
And me and Charlie would go at it quite a bit. And on this day, it was really rough. There was a lot of players around, a lot of coaches around, and he approached me and he wanted to fight basically. And I just moved toward the elevator, and then it was kind of like the Skynyrd song. I just, give me 3 steps, Charlie, I'll be out of here. I didn't want it to be an altercation. I was thinking about my
my mortgage. I was thinking about a lot of things. And so I made it to the elevator, but it was a scene. It was a scene for sure.
How many people saw this?
Oh, a lot. I'd say more than 15. I think
15
it happened quick enough, and it was in a football environment that they probably see some heated altercations in that environment, that it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was a big deal to me. I was pissed. I mean, I was really upset with Charlie. And I was walking back to the Journal-Star, and he came by in his pickup and said, "Come on, Sip, get in, give me a ride." And I just let him have it. I can't repeat what I said at all. I can't repeat any words of what I said because they were all expletive. And from that moment on, we really got along better. I mean,
he respected
I
you.
Cooled down the next day, and but yeah.
Did you write something he didn't like, or?
Yeah, I reported that Jeremy Sleck going to be out for that week's game.
Gotcha.
And it was back. It was, you guys can't remember this. It was back when you broke stuff like that. It was like it was a different time, and it was a big headline in the Journal-Star that day. Man, he was hot because Schlechter was a critical player, and he didn't want it known that he wasn't going to play.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I had Bo lie to my face that Chase Rice didn't leave the team, even though we had multiple.
What was his name?
Chase Rome.
Chase Rice is a country
I've never
singer.
heard of Chase Rice.
Chase Rice was he was at Nebraska's practice for Music City Bowl. So
I was immediately
I can tie it all back together.
I was immediately alarmed.
No. Chase Rome had left the team, and Brunson went over to early availability and found him, and we had some pretty good sourcing that he was gone. So he's like, when you get to media availability, go find Bo and see if he'll confirm that.
Yeah.
And he was as big of a jerk about this as you could possibly imagine.
Well, I can imagine it.
And for no reason, none whatsoever. Like you gain nothing by just straight up lying.
Probably had a bad day.
When didn't he have a bad day?
There were.
I mean, I know that your
what did he
relationship
say?
with him is
Did
different.
He cuss you out, Schaefer, at all or not?
He basically just like stared at me, and he's like, "Says who?" And I was like, "Well, we have sources that he left the team." And so I was like, "Was he at practice today?" And he just kind of like kept not answering it. And then I was like, "So is he still on the team?" He's like, "Yeah, he's on the team." I was like, "I can print that," and then he just walked upstairs.
By the way, that's Mike Schaefer, 24/7.
Schaefer, how are you?
I'm good.
Mike
Great
Schaefer.
to have you here.
Yes. Can we talk about Big 12 stuff?
In what sense?
Media
Like I
days.
know which teams are in the conference.
Do you? Do you know the new four?
Ooh,
it's BYU, Houston, UCF, and Cincinnati.
Oh, nailed it.
There was one part of yesterday that for some reason really captured my imagination.
At day one of Big 12 days in Arlington, Texas.
Brett Yormark,
commissioner.
Yeah, the second-year commissioner was speaking. And this, I don't know why this is major news to me. They're going to have at halftime of their Big 12 championship game.
They're not going to have the Dr. Pepper toss anymore.
They're going to have a major act like the Super Bowl.
They're not going to pay for anyone's schooling.
Come on, they still might do that.
I hope so.
But they're also going to have like a major musical act, and I'm not talking about. I mean, we're talking about
Scotty McCreery.
I've never heard of that one, but
he's the one to Memorial Stadium. Remember that? You already forgot he was doing the volleyball thing.
Oh man, that could not have gone more perfect for everything I intended right there. That was great. That was absolutely great.
You nailed that, Schaefer. Scotty McCreery. I thought he drove NASCAR.
Makes sense.
In his spare time.
It's a good name for NASCAR.
Anyway, that was like they're going to have. I mean, that is good. That's a great idea. They're going to have it at AT&T Stadium. In fact, they're booked there now through 2030. They're going to keep the Big 12.
A lot of confidence in the Big 12 conference. Right there.
Stop. The Big 12's in good shape.
No, they are compared to where they were like a few years ago. Absolutely.
Well, in fact, Yormark said this was interesting too to me. Yormark said the Big 12 has never been in better shape.
That I don't believe. I would
Something
not
the
take
commissioner
that.
might say though.
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, he's gonna have to paint a pretty rosy outlook. I'm excited to hear what the Pac-12 is gonna say. She's not gonna be like, "Well, we're hanging on by a thread, gentlemen."
Wait a second. Isn't the Big 12 in a pretty good position at this point?
You could make a case that behind the SEC and the Big Ten, it's probably the one that's most stable.
Yep.
At the moment. Now that being. Its stability shouldn't be regarded as necessarily that it's going to produce multiple playoff teams or whatever. I mean, it's got a pretty uphill battle from a reputation standpoint. That like Kansas State could go have another great season, but if Kansas State's winning the Big 12 back-to-back years in a row, there's going to be people in college football that's going to look at that and view it as, okay, so it's just a fine conference. It's not a great conference.
Yeah, because
they have to go earn it on the big stage. And TCU obviously helped out beating Michigan the way that it did.
But
then it all gets erased.
65-7 happened.
I didn't have the exact score, but thank you.
Yes.
I do appreciate that. It was something in the 60-7 range. But yeah, there we go.
It was 65-7.
That game was so horrible.
It was.
I met a couple friends at a bar, and within the first 5 minutes, we're like, "Well, I guess we'll leave it at half." How's your life going?
You're right, though. If Kansas
we were
State,
forced to talk to each other. The game was so bad.
If K-State starts winning the league, you're right. Now, what I
don't mean that as a shot at K-State. I just mean like from a national perception, they're going to have to get some big win somewhere to make people have legitimate college football playoff aspirations.
Right, which is Jake knows exactly where I'm going. You know where I'm going with this, right? Because I made it a point. You remember watch K-State Alabama in the Sugar Bowl.
You did.
And my whole thing was, and I locked in hard. I got a pizza and I mean, my
locked in
pizza. What's that, like a frozen pizza, or you got a
I got a
delivery
Domino's
pizza?
pizza.
Domino's. That was
Domino's.
My attention span is like a gnat, but I was locked in hard. I have the attention span of a gnat, but I locked in. Yeah. And what did you see in that game?
Well, a good start for K-State. They're up 10-0.
Okay.
Weren't they up 10-0?
They were up 10-0. They had that.
It fell apart.
It was clear by halftime. They were outclassed. And they were doing weird things. They're going for it when they shouldn't go for it because they had to. They
had a 12-minute drive that did not end in a touchdown that was inside Alabama's 5-yard line.
Right.
With like 4 seconds left in the half, and then they gave up a touchdown.
They showed
that was the end of the game.
That was it.
Right. They stayed in it.
Yeah.
But if you watched the game, what I'm getting at here is they were badly outclassed by Alabama.
Sure.
Right. So that's what you're saying, actually. If they're winning the Big 12 all the time, okay, that's nice. But are they just going to go be outclassed by the SEC in the playoff?
I mean,
yes.
We also live in a world where Alabama has outclassed teams that play in the playoffs. I mean, have they not?
They have. They didn't outclass Texas. They weren't outclassing everybody.
Alabama last year was not outclassing most teams.
Right. But they did outclass Kansas State.
I like that. We're using outclass as a big verb here.
It's a good verb.
It is a big verb.
Adverb.
It's a big...
We're too deep into the English.
Please don't do this.
English is hard.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
We haven't been to school in a while. You guys, I haven't been to school in forever, but you are getting pretty old.
I kind of feel that way. It's been 10 years.
But anyway, so yeah, I think the Big 12 is in a good spot.
For sure. Matter of, I feel like, especially if USC and UCLA going over, the just gap between the conferences that matter and the conferences that sort of matter widens pretty heavily.
Well, we're watching a Pac-12, right?
What seems like the dying days of the Pac-12. But
Perhaps this is what the Des Moines Register writes. If
for the Pac-12,
well, they're talking to your mark.
Oh,
and part of the story is if the Pac-12 commissioner, whose name is George Kliavkoff, can deliver dollars on par with the $380 million per year the Big 12 will receive in its next media rights deal. The Pac-12 is seen as likely to remain whole. If Kliavkoff can't deliver, schools may look to the Big 12 as a more lucrative option, and those schools are Colorado,
Utah,
Arizona State. Now, if they go, it's over for the Pac-12, right? Is it over?
Yeah.
For the
yeah,
Pac-12?
I mean, so
I would say it's over.
You Stanford, Oregon, Washington, who all probably want to go somewhere anyways. Cal, and then you have two teams in Oregon State and Washington State that nobody wants.
Now,
that's a hard truth.
You mentioned SMU and San Diego State are teams that's not going to change the conference.
Well, San Diego State had to withdraw their motion to leave the Mountain West.
They did,
because the uncertainty of the Pac-12 is so bad. They didn't want to be caught in that.
Here's some Pac-12 info that was fascinating to me via Dan Patrick. I don't know if it's Dan Patrick, if he's hooked in or not.
So is it info or is it a rumor?
But this is Dan Patrick on radio. He recently, according to Sports Illustrated, recently revealed that the conference has a couple long shot possibilities that may get a look. He was told that UNLV and Boise State have a chance. To me, that's remarkable. That UNLV.
Well, Boise State makes sense, but the UNLV is not that
Boise
attractive.
State kind of makes sense.
I understand why you would try with UNLV because at this point you're just trying to get into the Las Vegas market.
That's right.
Like
Sure.
that's what it is.
But man, think about the football that's been played there.
Not good.
It's been horrible, but Boise provides good football and pretty good basketball too.
And an okay sized media market.
Yeah, I think don't laugh at Boise.
I'm laughing at Boise.
Boise would be a good fit.
I think if you're Stanford and you're
on.
Compared to USC, it's a junior.
Okay, fine, but they fit the conference though, right?
Oh,
you could see
in a
Boise
very
in the Pac-12.
They fit in the like Washington State, Oregon State part of the conference. I mean, if you're Cal and Stanford and Boise State being added to your conference,
it would be like adding Kansas State to the Big Ten. Some things just can't happen. I mean,
well, it's just not
it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's just
from their viewpoint of what the conference
you're
is.
talking about Cal and Stanford and Boise State.
They fit in that category.
No, they don't.
They fit with Cal in terms of play of football.
No, but I'm talking about prestige and academics.
It's fine. Academics is
It's
different.
more the total package of the conference.
I'm looking at the athletics, not the academics here. Athletics. Boise State is better than
athletics are looking to go to Vegas too.
They pull the prestige down a few notches. They play on a damn blue field.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
All right, that's fair.
I mean, my God.
There's your daily
All
poll
right,
quote right
there we
there.
go.
They play on a damn blue field.
Come on.
That's fair.
John Robinson is somewhere rolling his eyes. My God.
We're bringing the blue field to the Pac-12.
What are we doing here?
Oh God.
Yeah. So, but it looks like the main targets, if things go awry, which is still funny to me, San Diego State and SMU. I mean, just compare San Diego State and SMU to UCLA and USC in terms of brand.
Imagine being Oregon right now. Like you're kind of not necessarily peaking as a program, but it feels like they're ascending in a way the conference is not.
Right.
And so then it's like, okay, how do you make sure that you're going to get fair opportunities? And then you have to figure out where you're going to try to go play.
100.
And if the Big 12 isn't over here extending the big invite, like I don't know that they want to go to the Big 10 or the Big 12, excuse me, the Big 10.
If the Big 10
not extending an invite,
then would they be a Big 12 candidate?
I mean, that would be their next best option, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't think they want to do that.
It doesn't sound like your mark is in any hurry to go past 14. I mean, they're going to go down to 12, right? They're 14 now. When Texas and USC leaves, the Big 12 will go down.
He says, quote, we have a plan and we have a plan for expansion. I'm not going to address it today. Hopefully we can execute that plan sooner rather than later.
Yeah. So now everybody wonders what the plan is. Nobody knows. And he didn't shed any light on it.
He did not.
And I don't know.
I'm probably more interested in that plan than I am on their major musical act for the halftime show. Sipple, have you ever covered a game where there's been a halftime musical act?
Ooh. And not a band, not like the marching band.
I'm
an actual
Schaefer. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Have you?
No, I've not covered a game. I went to a Vikings Steelers game in which, for some reason, Flo Rida had a halftime concert.
Nice. Welcome to my house. Huh?
And I don't know what it looked like on TV, but it was sad. Sitting up in the stand.
Sad. What was the sad?
Because there was like 40 people on the field. And like the camera would pan through them, and they're all attempting really hard to try to show to you that they really care about what's happening up here. The acoustic quality of whatever they were trying to do for Flo Rida did not quite work in US Bank when there's 40 fans in front of them.
How were they doing this?
I have no idea. It was a Thursday night game in December.
Why would they feel it necessary?
I don't know, but it allowed me to put down that I've been to a Flo Rida concert, so I've got that.
Come on, you know it's going to be a big act.
I don't know that.
No, it's going to be set up for disaster.
No. Hold on.
There's a whole reason that Scotty McCreery joke landed.
Hold on. Big 12 championship game at AT&T Stadium, that's a big. I mean, it's an incredible venue. Maybe the best football venue in the world.
Qualifies for a big act.
You think that's the best football venue in the world?
It's got to be top 5, right?
You can punt and hit the screen.
That's
Can't
okay.
That's not good. You shouldn't have a place where you can a punt can hit the screen.
Because it's an incredible screen, Jake.
It's too big.
Is it demonstrably better than Lucas Oil or U.S. Bank or literally all of the stadiums that have followed it that are basically the
Lucas Oil?
It set the standard. Can you
Except the board's too big.
I mean, I don't know that.
Why do you need why should a punt should never hit anything?
I will say, covering a game there, it's hard not to look at that stupid scoreboard because it's just right there
Jake,
at eye level.
I'll tell you this about that board too. Like it is clear as day.
I'm sure it is.
It is,
except for the spots where the punts
you can see
hit the
pimples
screen
on people's faces. It's unbelievable. Anyway,
No,
this will be a major.
What I would consider to be the best stadium for football in America.
Come on now, hold on.
Lucas Oil is a wonderful stadium.
Am I out of my mind on this act? We as sports fans, as people, in
I
general,
think you're a little over the top on it, but it's because, like I said, we're in this state. There was a big musical act that was promised, and it turned to be a C-list country singer.
C- list, yeah.
Yeah. So for a guy like who's going to play in front of 90,000 people or a sold out, whatever this is supposed to be, really revved up.
Hold on. I'm talking the Big 12 probably is going to be. It's going to be like U2 or.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not going to be.
I think that's what we're talking
Texas Tech, Kansas State, Bono.
What a perfect fit!
I guarantee it's going to be big.
It's a beautiful day.
I guarantee it's going to be big.
Where the streets have no name.
You know how we fixate.
You two played for the Super Bowl.
We kind of fixate. Hold on. Stop. You know how we kind of fixate on who the Super Bowl act's going to be?
You're going to fixate in the Big 12?
Is that what we're going to do?
No one's going to fixate at all.
Is that what we're going to do? Is that what we're going to do? I think we might. I think that's
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
Right. Yeah. Shakira.
That's like K-State, Texas Tech. No.
I don't know why. You could have picked a lot of acts, but you two being the one you said.
Right.
Before we get to break,
okay,
I'm going to put you on the spot real quick.
Okay.
You want to know why?
All right, fine.
Because we have a sponsored segment here.
Oh, we do.
It's Bill's Thrills.
Oh,
Tip.
yeah, I'm not ready for this. Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel.
Yes.
Bonanza. Yeah.
Bonanza.
Mushrooms grow thunder and lightning.
Others call him, but to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Todd at Mid-Plains Advisor.
Here's the good news for you, Sip. It's better when it's on the spot. It's prepared sometimes. Because here's the deal. It's Thursdays. Bill is gone.
You shouldn't make me do this.
It's Sip's Tips instead of Bill's Thrills. Sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors, Dirk, Scott, and Ty, your contacts for all your financial needs. Cool parenting tips. Anything on the top of your mind? Or you a dog, Schaefer, to be fair. You can chime in if you want to also.
I have greatly enjoyed this segment when Bill is out because we learn things like eating great sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is I did have a friend call me yesterday and say, "Can you check on my dog?"
Okay.
And I've never met the dog, so I didn't know exactly what I was getting into.
Right.
She just said, "Go to the house and you need to feed him. Make sure you can take him outside to go to the bathroom." And Buddha's his name. And I there was some trepidation. Like, I'm a stranger going into your house. How's Buddha going to react? And what I would tell people, and I also had an incident with a dog when I was mowing my yard the other day, but you can diffuse a lot of dog issues by just putting out your hand, letting him smell it, and just being very calm. And that's what I did with Buddha. Buddha didn't like me in the house initially. It was a little bit like, am I going to be able to do it? But I just said, "Come on, Buddha, come here." He sniffed my hand. And then the other thing you do is if there's food, just go to the food. And if you feed a dog, you're in good shape.
What about a pit bull?
Well, I think there's you can do this with a pit bull.
Pit bull.
Would I been less apt to try to pull this off as a pit bull? Maybe a little bit, but I think you can do it. You can still do it. There was a dog just appeared out of nowhere too when I was mowing my lawn the other day. Didn't have a collar on anything, just running loose. And I just did the same thing and he was fine. Then he sat there for a while. I thought it was going to be my dog. I mean, I thought, is this going to be my dog? But he left eventually. Yeah, he took off eventually. So just play it cool with him.
I like a good tip.
A question though, like, were you?
I think that most dogs just want to be friends with you. You know,
were you surprised when your friend had this request? Like, is that
Little
the
bit.
level of friendship that you have?
Yeah,
that you're
not
a person to
borderline.
go to for
It's borderline. Yeah, it was. I was surprised by the whole thing.
But now,
yeah,
was there any part of you that wanted to say no? Because now that you said yes one time,
I'd do it today.
You're going to be
And
the guy.
probably
You're
Yeah, and tomorrow.
This is your life now.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're just going to be the guy who feeds Buddha.
Yeah.
You're Buddha's caretaker now. All right,
I don't know what kind of dog Buddha. I wish I could. I don't
pretty
know what
good.
kind of dog we're talking about.
For being on the spot, that was well done for Sips Tips today.
Yeah, just
Put your hand out. Let them smell your hand.
let them smell the hand.
Don't be
Maybe
scared
get
of
on
dogs.
eye level. Dogs like it when
Yeah.
you're on eye level a little bit. Once it's safe.
Talk to them
once it's
calmly.
start-
And if you're scared, don't show it. It usually works out fine.
Okay, that's Sips Tips and Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors. Call Dirk, Scott, and Ty today for all your financial needs. More with Mike Schaefer next on Early Break in the Tip.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower. We'll guide you through our to find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count, check. Big enough to share with the whole group, check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again. And they're hiring for $20.62 per hour, which grows to $20 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know.
They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Anybody who knows me knows I was caught.
Is Early Break Tip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can always call or text with questions to 402-464-5685. Mike Schaefer again with us for the full hour from 24/7 Sports. We have not addressed anything regarding Northwestern yet on the show. Let's go back to last Friday. We heard news that Pat Fitzgerald will be suspended.
You didn't talk about it on Monday?
Oh, we did. We haven't talked with you at all. We have not mentioned it with you today. We have talked about it all week long.
That would have been amazing. You guys have a 2-hour everyday sports show.
Let me rephrase it.
And you didn't talk about Pat Fitzgerald until Thursday morning
we have
at
talked
7:41.
at length this week about Fitz.
All right, I'm
not
sorry.
with you, though, Schaefer.
I'll shut up.
That's okay. Fitzgerald, though, officially fired about 6 p.m. on Monday. I know
On Monday.
I was at Golf League and all that. So.
On Monday.
But Fitzgerald is out. We'll see who replaces him in terms of the long term. All the assistant coaches are staying this year. That was announced this week also. But let's go back to when the news dropped on Friday of the 2-week suspension and how things have just completely changed since then. Schaefer, how are you surprised at how quickly this all fell apart for Pat Fitzgerald?
I mean, it was kind of fascinating because I just sort of heard about this story in a roundabout way where I was talking with someone Friday morning and they are now part of like the Northwestern Business School. And so they were telling me that they were hearing from some that something happened with Fitzgerald and he hadn't like looked into it yet. And this was like Friday morning. And so then I saw the allegations and didn't really think a lot of it. So I was suspended, just kind of like put it out of my mind. Saturday afternoon, my phone just blows up with people texting about this because that story had dropped. And I hadn't read any of the details. And I was like, yeah, he got suspended. I just thought they were catching up on the news. And then I finally read that story. And whether or not everything in there is 100% fact, one, it paints a picture that doesn't look good for that program. And I don't think there's any real denial of the hazing that was going on.
Doesn't seem like it's corroborated.
The argument largely comes down to what percentage that did Pat Fitzgerald know versus what he didn't.
Right.
And as I was saying off air, as I'm reading it, I just thought there's no way this guy can get up in Indianapolis in a few weeks, address the Big Ten media, and have a job. Like, there's no way Northwestern can send him there as a representative of their university in this conference and have this go well. Like, there's just no way. And Pat Fitzgerald is as universally liked by the Big Ten media at large.
Oh, God, he's
as
beloved.
any coach, So if he can't do that, there's no chance for him to keep this job. Throw in the fact they won one game last year, and Nebraska fans know all too well which game that was. And so, it all added up to, if they already were probably looking at this potentially being the last year of Pat Fitzgerald, barring some sort of great season. Now you're talking about buyout money. You're talking about all of this. It became apparent to me reading that story, there was no way he was going to survive.
Yeah. So I wanted to get your reaction, both of you, to a column in the Chicago Tribune. There's 2 paragraphs that hit me that really struck me. It's a guy named Sullivan that wrote this in the Chicago Tribune. This is Monday, the firing day. He writes, "This day will go down in Northwestern history as one that turned the football program on its ear." Yeah. Usually when the Wildcats have a winning season, as they did in 9 of Fitzgerald's 17, they're cast as the plucky underdog school overcoming all odds. They are like the pre-2016 World Series Cubs, lovable losers with higher IQs. Now Northwestern will be known as just another big football program that disgraced itself with vile behavior from its student athletes and a coaching staff that either knew or had its head buried under the sand. Is that how we're going to regard Northwestern going forward?
Well, I'm certainly not regarding them as a big-time college football program, but I understand the distinction he's trying to make there. I mean, they're playing in the premier conferences, all of that. And yeah, I mean, they're just I get what he's trying to say. Like it's changed the narrative of how they're going to be viewed.
It's impact. I mean, that's a really impactful 2 paragraphs.
The hard part is that their entire identity of that program was wrapped up into who their head coach was.
It became that way.
And I think it's going to be difficult to assume a new identity with a different coach unless you completely nail this hire. I think it's be really hard to nail this hire.
He was lionized, Pat Fitzgerald. He almost ascended to this godlike status. That's what makes this all very
former player.
Yeah,
winning his seasons generally in program history, 2 division titles. He gave them opportunities to play January 1 bowl games. Like, I mean, I understand why he was nice because it was a program that didn't have a lot going for it. And you've talked to him. Like you've been in media settings with him. He's good at that.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's very good at it. So I'm not. None of that is surprising. The hard part is going to be where do you pick up the pieces when the face of your program for 17 years is now leaving in disgrace. You really don't have much to fall back on because, I mean, what that doesn't say is the sheen of Pat Fitzgerald was coming off these last few years. I mean,
but in a palatable way though. Like they're just losing. There wasn't this scandal attached to it.
Sure, just losing and 1-11 are 2 different things.
That's true.
Nebraska's just losing.
Right. No.
Scott Frost doesn't get to this year if they go 1-11 in 2021.
No, that's true. That's true. Now here's the other part. The other part that's going to be interesting. Okay, now we say Pat Fitzgerald. I don't know that he's going away. There's going to be this legal battle.
It'll be a settlement.
Yeah,
it'll be a an NDA settlement where neither side will end up talking about it.
Do you think
they're a private institution, so we won't really ever know how much money he'll walk away of this $42 million with.
$42 million.
It would be in his best interest and the school's best interest to reach a settlement because then he can move on into the coaching world where he'll go into the NFL, probably be a defensive coordinator for someone somewhere, and we'll all move on from this. Right now, it's the biggest thing in the world.
It won't always be.
But the thing is, if I was picking between which one is going to have the better next 10 years, I'm going to take Pat Fitzgerald over Northwestern's football program.
Interesting.
I mean, the best thing they have going for it is their facilities.
Right.
Which, as you know, as well as anybody, it lasts for about 3 to 5 years.
Right.
You think
Big
Fitz
Ten
will show up
money
somewhere?
they have.
You think Fitz will get a chance somewhere else?
Yeah, I think he'll be
Soon.
in the NFL.
In the NFL. I wonder... I heard a radio
He may not be running a college program in the next 5 years.
Oh, I heard a radio show the other day that surmised that he could be doing that. And I'm just like, whoa.
It's pretty quick to say that after getting fired for this.
People don't have long memories for this stuff. I mean, they
seen
really
Art Briles
don't.
pop up for a while.
That was different.
I understand. It was worse.
It was worse.
Oh, I think that was significant.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, this is not good by any means.
No, I don't like comparing
But,
these things, but Briles' situation was worse, and he hasn't landed. He has not landed.
Well, wherever he pops up, it
It's just
immediately
they
comes
revolt.
up.
People revolt
You know.
and say, no, we can't hire
I
him."
don't know
that
you would-
happened with Fitzgerald.
I don't know that you would get that because I think he's going to end up in one of those roles where he's seen but not really heard from, which would be like an NFL defensive coordinator. You know, you maybe have one media obligation a week. You're largely just able to kind of put the stuff up on the whiteboard, be with the team, all that sort of stuff. I mean, the NFL was already reaching out to him even when Northwestern was losing, so he's regarded in that league highly. And there's ways that he could rehabilitate his career. And so I don't think we've heard the last of Pat Fitzgerald, but I think we have, at least in terms of Big Ten football.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in the conference would be touching him.
It's still hard to size all this up. I mean, it is really
It's gonna be weird when you're there and the interim coach is up there. And
Is there a name that you like that's been floated out there to
For the
replace
Northwestern
him?
job?
I mean, you've heard
It's
you've
realistic.
heard some coaches like Dave Clawson at Wake Forest.
Why-
mentioned.
why would
I'd
he
be-
leave?
I'd be surprised.
I mean, why would he leave where he's already built something up to go somewhere where they're in a worse
he's
situation?
One of the places it's hard to win at. It's not easy to win at Wake Forest. He knows he can rebuild. Right. Same goes for Bronco Mendenhall, who's unemployed now.
So Bronco Mendenhall is a name that kind of makes sense because he is definitely campaigning to get back into the college football world. And I think that he would give you a little credibility right away.
Absolutely.
If you're Northwestern. So he's, it strikes me you have two options. You either go the retread route, which is a coach that has had some success, but also has been fired or has, had to move on from a job, or you go with a completely fresh and new, all of 24/7. And I assume because there's connections to this is pushing Michigan's offensive coordinator. Whenever these things pop up, you can always sort of tell who hears from who and that kind of thing.
That's an interesting one.
If I was Northwestern, you got to have someone that can provide some stability. I don't know.
Seasoned.
That's what I would look for a veteran coach.
Yeah,
I certainly wouldn't look for a greenhorn.
No, I'm not in this situation. I'm not always that guy that always says, got to hire a head coach who has previous head coaching experience.
I tend to lean that direction, though. I mean, more than I do the other way.
Right. But in this situation, I sure do.
Yeah.
Because of it's going to be a very there'll be sticky situations.
Yeah. The tough thing is, so I think you would also like to find someone that has some Big Ten connection too.
Now that's another part of the Big Ten discussion that I agree with. I think it makes sense when you're hiring to hire someone who understands the league at a high level.
Yeah.
Not bring in somebody. Now, Nebraska did it, but Rule understands the Big Ten. I mean, he was a Penn State guy.
He knows Penn State.
Yeah, he understands it.
I don't know that there's a conference where Matt Rule doesn't necessarily fit because he's just sort of a football guy through and through.
Right.
He'll figure it out anywhere.
But he does have that Big Ten background.
Yeah, I don't have like a great name for you.
Come on, there's names.
The names that Bruce Feldman said were were Tommy Rees, a coordinator, Mike Kafka with the Eagles, Matt Campbell.
Campbell makes
Iowa State.
But why would he take that job? We're just talking about the Big 12 is relatively
if he
solid.
Feels the only reason I totally understand where you're coming from is if he feels like it's just not that Iowa State's trending the wrong direction and he sees the board and says, I'm looking at the board. I don't like it.
I wouldn't look at it and be like, where I want my parachute to land is in this tire fire.
Right.
Evanston,
I agree.
Where no one cares about their football.
Right.
So the hard part for me is you got to go be a head coach somewhere where they don't have fans.
Right.
They really don't have fans.
What about Paul Christ?
No. Here's why.
He's an analyst.
No, it makes sense on the surface.
Experience in the Big Ten.
No, on the surface it makes sense. But the thing you got to know about Chris is he doesn't like recruiting. Doesn't like all the crap that goes with coaching. He likes the X's and O's part. He likes scheming things up. At Northwestern, he's going to have to deal with a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with X's and O's in this situation. Forget Chris. It's not going to happen. Okay. He will take the job. I mean,
you're describing a Paul Christ, his sort of unceremonious dumpage at Wisconsin. It just makes me think of Bo Pelini. Like he's offensive Bo Pelini.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Just a more palatable version of Bo. I mean, I think that Chris has his
put
moments.
That sideline cam on him.
Yeah, well, he gets pretty rugged.
that Orange Bowl against Miami.
Yeah.
They definitely you could read lips.
Yeah,
you had a good feeling on what was on his mind.
What was the deal with it? It was the turnover chain.
Yeah,
and he said the turnover chain.
Yeah, bleep that. Bleep that.
Yeah, it was pretty.
All right,
it was pretty footballish, right?
We got to play the game show. We're way late as usual. Give us a call right now. Yep, it's 7:54.
We got to go 2 minute off.
464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today is a throwback Thursday and also very wild carding. This is very random.
Is it the NHL draft 1993?
No, but you do have the right year. 1983.
Oh, 83.
Starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Ooh,
you nailed the year out of nowhere.
No, I said 93.
Hey, I might be okay.
Yeah.
I would imagine Sipple's going to have a better run here.
Did you know your starting quarterbacks in the NFL from the year 1983?
I was fully dialed in.
Call us 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It's to a point where you Just want to yell, shut. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the dig down Sip in trivia. You feel okay about 1983 quarterbacks today? Schaefer, you feel average, maybe? Not great? You weren't alive.
I don't know. I mean, it just depends on which teams and what my brain can do. But we'll give it a shot.
So I was 17.
You were very well in it. Sean, how do you feel about 1983 starting quarterbacks in the NFL?
Not great. 50-50. We'll see.
All right. Well, Schaefer's lifeline for SIP. One question.
We should ask Sean how old he is.
Sean, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Similar to you, Schaefer.
Yeah.
Similar, right? Okay.
Schaefer's the.
I should probably be teaming here.
Schaefer, how old are you?
35.
35. Jake?
32. Okay. All right. So advantage SIP here on this. We'll take his advantage here. First question to you, Sean. Who was the Washington Redskins starting quarterback in 1983?
Oh, man. Not mistaken, this guy took them to a Super Bowl.
5 seconds.
Name is escaping me. I'll go with Williams.
Ooh, so he was thinking Doug Williams.
Yeah.
Doug Williams.
Yeah,
Ooh, that would have been like 5 years later.
This is it's one of two. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Still. I mean, what the hell? We're not keeping track right now, right?
No, we're not.
We're in exhibition season, Schaefer.
Season starts end of August.
Is that when we're starting?
Yeah.
Theismann.
Joe Theismann is correct.
I was gonna say. I mean, I don't know who else it would be.
Billy
besides
Kilmer was the name that came to
But
mind.
didn't he come in after Theismann got tackled by Lawrence Taylor?
Maybe he might have been before Theismann too. But anyway, Theismann
1-0 lead.
I don't want to solely my correct
You
answer.
got it right.
I like that you guys have a preseason now. Like this is spring
preseason.
training.
It's a long preseason.
Wow.
It's like 3 months of preseason.
Is there like a Garth Brooks thing? You have like celebrities that come in for like half of the game. You know.
No.
All right, Sip. First question. You're up 1-0.
Yeah,
Who was the Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback in 1983?
That's not as easy as you might think.
I didn't say it was.
83. Oh God, Schaefer, do you know this?
Mm-hmm.
So it's post.
That's a between two iconic quarterbacks run, and I don't know who that would be.
Oh, thank you.
Right?
Yeah, there's
Like, you
three
gotta-
that I am thinking of now. I was thinking of two, but a third entered my mind after you
Okay.
say that. It's got to be Aikman.
So he's the start. I would say that's probably 88 or 89.
Okay, Sean, do you want that question or not?
I better pass.
Is it? Hold on. Is it Danny White?
It sure was Danny White.
Danny
It
White.
was
He
Danny
falls
White.
in between Staubach
Stop and Aikman.
Yeah.
It was Danny White, but you did get it right, so it's a 1-0 lead for Sip. To tie it up, Sean, your last question. Who was the L.A. Rams starting quarterback in 1983?
I got that one. I think I got that one.
This is for you, Sean.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I got to pass.
Okay, give you the horns. You should not take this unless you absolutely know it.
I could get myself in trouble.
Because if you get it wrong, it's a 0-0 tie now, and it's your last question.
I could get myself
You get it right,
in
it's
trouble.
over.
Go for it.
Rams
Go
quarterback.
for it.
Jim Everett.
The answer was Vince Ferragamo.
Oh, God.
Vince Ferragamo.
I thought you were so confident.
Nebraska zone.
Connection.
Nebraska zone. Okay, now it's a 0-0 tie for the win. Schaefer's in play.
Yeah, so I'm all right. I'm sitting all
Who was the Seattle Seahawks starting quarterback in 1983?
right. Great Jim Zorn. It was not Jim Zorn.
Sean, do you want to go the tiebreaker or take that one?
Well,
No, I have no clue. I got to take us to the
That'd be
tiebreaker.
the great Dave Krieg.
oh, didn't know that one.
Dave Krieg. All right.
So he came right after Zorn.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Krieg came after Zorn.
All right,
That was incredible.
This is to you, Sip, for the tiebreaker.
All right,
as he blew this
we need to
somehow.
get this.
You can confer with Schaefer if you
Yeah,
like here.
yeah.
Okay. Vince Ferragamo
Oh,
had
jeez.
22 touchdown passes in 1983. How many interceptions did he have? 22 touchdowns. How many picks in 83?
I mean, you have no idea, right?
No.
Nor do I. I'm going to say the number is 9.
Over. Over under 9. Sean?
Jake laugh. That's a great sign.
I'm going to say over.
What if I said 17?
23 is the correct answer. 23. Hey, you should have taken the steal. You went. If Bill was here, he'd be very upset.
Epic. That was an epic collapse.
Yeah, that was
That was a Fitzgerald.
You left your starting pitcher in too long. He got hit around in the late innings.
You know, Sean,
I was really arrogant.
Sean, it wasn't pretty, but a win. Congrats. Thanks for calling and calling down.
Congrats,
the road.
Sean.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one.
There you go. So that's a win for Sean and a loss for you.
I was over that.
The speed in which you said the great Jim Zorn,
I thought I was in that,
and he hit the horn.
Oh, I'm always at top.
Was just
no
like
break. I know.
There was no room for anyone to. I mean, the confidence that you had in that.
Krieg came after Zorn, right after him on the heels.
Well, you had a victory and you just snatched it from yourself. That's hard to do that, but you did.
It is hard to do that.
Sticking around, Schaefer, you head
Stick around.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have the spill over with AD and Schaefer next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Lincoln's home for FM Dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM First, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. And apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The store at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was a prior way. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, it's possible. So is a team for all your residential and commercial needs. Work hard life as easy as possible the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, the nation's largest John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model John Deere combines. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-60-6197.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local Unit 65 are now hiring linemen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect Empire Fence. Get a free empire-fence.com. With Empire Fence can provide privacy, pets in or out of your yard, increase security to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
We're on the air. Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it is
Hello.
time. Oh, that's loud. Okay. It is time for the spillover. Mike Schaefer's still with us. AD is with us also.
806.
806 AD. What's going on, man? How are you today?
8:06. It's a Thursday. This week has jaunted by pretty fast, though.
That's good.
They all do.
Yes.
Hey, no. They always say.
Was that like a reflective sort of comment?
Yes.
Or, okay. All right.
It is. Just wait till you get.
They always say it
as you get
flies
older.
after the 4th of July. It just flies.
Yes.
It's July 13th.
It's
That
like we
was
were
9
talking
days
before
ago.
the 4th of July holiday. We said after the 4th, man, it's on and popping.
You planted that seed in my head. I'm glad you did.
Mm-hmm.
So July doesn't take me by surprise. It like Schaefer's in this business too. I mean, it's on now. It's like,
Oh, see, I regard this as the last days of like peace and quiet before it's all over. And so maybe
all over.
Maybe it goes fast
That's
because
kinda
like
morbid. That is really morbid.
you don't get a lot of days like this. Which is how I'm playing in a golf tournament the next 3 days, you know.
Nice.
So
the next 3.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is it somebody's member
That
guest?
wouldn't fly.
Yeah,
Member
it's a
guest.
member guest set at Firethorn. So
Oh, that's gonna be that's 3 days of golf there. Oh man, I'd lose 145 balls 3 days of golf at Firethorn.
I'll send you the official count by the end of Saturday afternoon. I mean, we'll say this: we made a couple runs to stock up on some provisions.
I did top flights. Get
All
so
that.
desperate to go to top flights.
I just hope I don't lose a club with as bad as I'm playing right now. Like my temper is at an all-time high. My golf game's at an all-time low. That combination is not like good.
Would the lost club be from a club throw or like hitting it so badly?
Oh, it
broke?
would be from a club throw.
Okay.
It would just be like me just chucking it into the water on 17 after I missed the green for the 30th time in a row.
I got to tell you, AD, I played with golf with AD a few weeks ago. I don't think you are capable of throwing a club. You're too happy out there. AD is way too happy on the golf course. And
I try to
that's
be,
a compliment.
and then hole 4 starts.
That's a compliment.
And I'm
He's
already
happy to be
sitting
out
at 20
there.
over.
Be playing.
He's just happy to be out there.
What did you shoot, AD? 120.
Just happy to be here, man.
1-2-0.
Any club
See,
throws? No.
that's the right attitude to have. That's
It is.
That's the right
Now I will say this: about a month and a half ago, you didn't see this, AD. We're
not.
at Pioneers. There's a particular hole at Pioneers that gets me every time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's several, let's be honest, but this one in particular, I've been hitting my iron so bad. I had a 6-iron in my hand, and I just heaved it, and it went far.
Did you?
I was with my boys and Raph, and they were looking like, "Oh man, he threw that like 50 yards."
You heaved it?
Oh, I just chucked it.
There's just
It just reached a boiling point.
Yeah. There's just a moment you do it, you don't even realize that you're doing it.
Yeah. It was instantaneous.
How far the 6-iron shot go?
Oh, about 10
yards.
I
dunked
it in that, but I pulled it left, way left, but the drive was
I don't
beautiful.
understand why you
and
do
then
it.
just you get in the fairway and you just screw it up like
Yeah.
that. There's no
Yeah,
frustrating, more
the
frustrating
approach
feeling.
shots.
This seems like an exercise in frustration.
It is.
Golf.
It is an exercise.
And
in
you stick
frustration.
around for one hole where everything comes together perfectly,
Yep.
and you're like, I can do this.
Yep.
Keeps you coming
No,
back.
and that's
And it's
you might
one
have
out of
4
18
them,
holes.
Well, you might have a few more than that.
Sometimes, but then I also have 4 holes where it's like I'm already on shot number 8 and I haven't gotten on the green yet. So
I've lost 2 balls out of bounds.
usually because I'm chipping from this side to that side, and then I'm coming back over here, and then I putt it too hard and it fell off the green into the bunker. So I got to go back to the cart and get my club.
And Sip Firethorn, where he plays, I remember that course is the hardest course.
It's a links course.
It is links course,
Yeah, links.
but there's trees out there too.
Yeah,
It's links.
It's not like a traditional country club course,
No.
but there's definitely trees.
It's Division 1.
There's a lot of trouble.
It's
out
Division
there.
1.
You can lose a lot of golf balls at Firethorn.
Just play it
Water.
safe.
You think I have any control over where I'm hitting the ball? I'm trying to play it safe around the greens every time I go out there, and I still have 7 chips. Play it
Instead
safe.
of a driver, opt for a 7-iron. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, and I yanked
And
it.
the driver is the one thing that it's going well for me this year. Like
Lean hard on
I've
that
driven the
thing.
ball well. It's everything that comes after the driver which is frustrating because if you hit 5 and you're 170 out and you're just dead center to the pin, you think to yourself like, oh, I should be able to at least be on in 3.
You should be in business.
Yeah. I'm not.
David says, "Oh, play it safe. Never thought about that. Never thought about that before. I want to be risky in this one. I'm just going to go all in, baby. All or nothing here. Sip is a capable golfer. He is. I took him to Jim Egger about 3 years ago.
I don't know what you thought you were going to see.
Whiffing.
No, come on.
Slicing.
Did I ever whiff once?
No, he didn't whiff at all. That's why I was amazed. You hadn't played in 15 years.
It's
you
a
said.
multi-sport athlete. It's not like he hasn't
hadn't
played
swung a club
sports.
in 15 years.
Yeah.
Have you played since then?
No.
There's been talk of a rematch.
We had many.
Why don't we ever do this? Are we just too busy?
You guys, you know what? One afternoon, and it's got to be before football season.
It has to be.
Let's get Sip out to the course.
I'd do it. I'd go to Jim Egger.
Well, let's go to Wilderness Ridge.
He doesn't drive
the Talon course.
He says, "Oh yeah,
the Talon course.
Yeah,
it's
that's a par 3 course.
It's a par 3
Okay, I
course.
could do that.
Let's go to Talon.
Yeah, I just can't hit the driver.
Well, it doesn't. I don't either, but it didn't stop me from playing.
You just want to ride along? I'll hit the driver today. You can hit everything else.
We hit. I mean, I don't hit it bad. I just push everything right. I got some kind of fatal flaw. I don't know what it is.
But it's not a slice or a
Your
shake.
fatal flaw
it
is
just
you're
goes
human
right.
attempting
It's
to
a
golf.
push.
That's the
Yeah,
fatal
I
It's
push
flaw.
it right.
Yeah.
Push it. It's a push.
Yeah, I think it
That's
might be a
fixable.
flexibility issue.
I think it's fixable. It might be an alignment issue more than anything. You aimed right.
Oh no, I've tried the old aim thing. I don't.
The old aim thing.
Can't do it. Makes no sense. Doesn't work for me. Aiming.
I've tried the old
overrated.
aim thing.
As if like aiming is a strategy.
What's that even mean?
It's just like something you try, but you don't have to consistently
I'm
do
gonna
it.
try to line up today. It's my goal. I'm gonna try to line up. Sis.
I tried the whole throw the football thing. I think we're just gonna stick with running right to the line.
I could go deeper into that, but nobody wants to.
I tried to throw strikes when I was a pitcher, but
I tried the strike thing.
sometimes you just want to throw the ball and see what happens.
Close your eyes. Hope and pray. All right, that's it for us. The drive with AD and Raph is next. For Mike Schaefer and Steve Sipple, I'm Jake Sorton. See ya.
The old aim thing.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your